Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the long-awaited nursery reveal. I am so excited to film this video today, and I'm even more excited that we are completely finished with our little girl's nursery. I have been so excited to share this with you guys, but there were a few pieces that we were waiting on and I didn't want to show it to you until it was completely done. But now that we are 100% finished with the nursery, I am ready to show you guys. So without making you guys wait any longer, this is our little girl's nursery reveal. Okay guys, so this is the view when you first walk into the nursery. We just have these bookshelves that my husband hung for me. These are just the clear acrylic bookshelves and I bought them on Amazon. I'm going to try to link everything down below that I can, if I can remember. And then I just have some of her books here. This is our maternity chute. I turned it into a book. It's not going to stay here, but just for the time being, that's where I put it. I love these bookshelves. I love how simple they are, and I love that you can hardly even see them. So from here, when you are turning, we'll go over here. This is the glider that we chose. This one actually reclines as well. And we got this one at Target and we are so in love with it. It is so comfortable and I cannot recommend it enough. And then in the chair we just put this little golden retriever stuffed animal. To the side is this little nightstand that I redid, and on it I just stuck some faux flowers, a lamp, and a candle. I know it's not very practical and I'm sure that I will change it whenever we actually start using this room, but I wanted something to be pretty here while we were waiting. And this lamp here I got at Hobby Lobby. My mother actually got it for me and I love the way that it looks. Moving on to the curtains, I got these curtains off of Amazon. They are blackout curtains, but they are not true blackout curtains. But I don't know if you can see, but they have the hard curtains in the back and they have a little tulle overlay, and I just thought that was so pretty. And I love that it had the more draping look but also the tulle softness over it. And then for the bows on the curtains, those were custom made by the same lady who custom made our bedding, which I will get to shortly. Over here we just have a basket with some of my favorite blankets in it, and this is not even all of the blankets that she has, and this sweet little swan rocker. I actually bought this rocker for my niece for Christmas a couple years ago and she has outgrown it, so my sister-in-law gave it back to me to put in the nursery, and I love the way that it looks in here. It just adds such a sweet little girly touch. Alright, so moving on to the bedding. This is my favorite part. So when we found out we were having a girl, I knew that I wanted something very soft, very delicate, very feminine, and very simple. I didn't want the typical crazy little girl nursery bedding. So I found some bedding that I wanted on Etsy actually, and it was a couple $100 to have it made. So I showed it to my mom and she told me that she actually had a friend who makes stuff like this as well. So I contacted her and she was able to custom make our bedding exactly how I wanted, and I got to pick out the colors and the fabric and everything, and I'm completely in love with it. So starting at the bottom, I wanted the crib skirt to drape just a little bit on the ground just to give it that very feminine, dainty, I guess a little bit more fancy touch to it. And I wanted to go with very simple sheets, so I just chose to go with white sheets right now for the time being, but we do have other sheets and we can change them out as well. I didn't want too many patterns in here because I do want to be able to switch it up pattern wise as she gets older, and like pillows and blankets and sheets. So I wanted to stick very simple for right now, and then as she grows or as we find patterns that we like, we can switch them in and out. So these bows, just like the ones on the curtains, were custom made by her as well. And I love the way that those added just the cutest details to the crib. And then she also surprised me with this pillow, which I know will not stay in here. I just thought that it gave it some good color, but it is her initials on it, and I'm obsessed with that. And then you may have heard me talk about this in my what we got for our baby shower video, but my mother actually crocheted this blanket for us, and I am in love with it. I actually got to pick out the yarn and the color, so I chose it to go perfectly with the bedding, and I had her make it a little bit bigger so that she can use it longer and then pass it down to her children if she ever has a little girl. But that is so special to me, and I'm so in love with that. So for the actual crib, this is very special to me because it is my best friend's little girl's crib. It's a vintage crib that she found, and then when we found out we were having a girl, she was nice enough to let us use it for ours as well. So that is very special to me. And of course it's beautiful, and I love the way that it looks in here. Moving on to the painting, I'm going to try to come from the side because of the light. But this was actually a last minute addition to the nursery. I actually had a totally different idea for what was going to go up here. But once we put the nursery together, I felt like it was too harsh and it wasn't very soft. And again, my best friend actually showed me this picture and I fell in love with it. I'm so glad that I listened to her and did that because it's perfect, and I feel like it just adds such a feminine and delicate touch to the nursery. Alright, so moving on to the dresser area. I love how this turned out. So this dresser is a vintage French provisional dresser, I believe is what the lady said it was. And I actually got it for $50 on Facebook Marketplace. And we painted it and redid it and cleaned up the handles. Those are the original handles, and that's the original color of the handles, which I love. And I am so happy with how that turned out. I love the look that it gives. And for the top, I just again went with a simple white changing pad. We do have other changing pads in different floral patterns, but I just wanted to keep it very simple and soft. And again, we can decorate and change her nursery up with different florals and patterns as we find them. Over here is just a diffuser. So we are a big diffuser family here. I diffuse all the time, and I wanted one in her room as well. So, but I just love this, and I got this from Amazon, and it was super affordable. In this little container, I put all of her pacifiers. So I wanted a really cute way of displaying them without it being too much. So I found this little apothecary jar at Hobby Lobby, and I just stuck her pacifiers in there, and I love the way that it looks sitting on her dresser. And then lastly for the dresser is just this little diaper caddy. This is from Amazon, and I love the little boho look that it gives, but it's still very soft and feminine. And in here we just have some diapers, wipes, lotion, and some creams as well. And I'm sure this will change. I'm sure that I will change a lot of things in this, but for right now this is how we are going to have it. So moving on to the shelves of the changing station, I just added a couple little things that I found here and there. Here is a picture of our maternity shoe. I just thought that was sweet to put in here for her. I found this little rainbow counter from Hobby Lobby, and the pink matched perfectly, so I had to get that for her. This is just a card from my mom that's supposed to go in her memory box, but I just haven't put it in there yet, so I set it there for the time being. And then on this shelf here, you can't see very well. There you go. I found this little watercolor swan painting on Etsy, and it was super affordable, and I thought, again, the pink matched perfectly, and it just added a little touch. So I put that in this frame along with a little wooden A, which is also from Hobby Lobby. and just a faux greenery planter, and this was from TJ Maxx. And then right next to that is one of my favorite pieces, this mirror. I actually bought a different mirror for this space, and I realized it did not go the way that I thought that it was gonna go, so I sold that one and bought this one from Hobby Lobby, and it was 50% off. But I love the way that it looks, and again, I love that it's so soft and delicate. So here's an overview of the nursery one more time from the door. Oh, I didn't add this. So here is our chandelier that we went with, and it's very bright. Maybe it'll autofocus. There we go, you can kind of see it. It's just this white chandelier. I got it off of Amazon and I was very happy with it. I think that this light really makes the space and really adds something so special to it. But here is the overview of the room. I'm so happy with how it turned out. We also have this little mat that I'm gonna have to wash and probably move. I just stuck it here because we don't have a rug in this room. It's just this little padded tummy mat for her, and somebody gave this to us for our baby shower, and I love the way that it looks just in the floor. I'm sure we'll be in here doing tummy time a lot. So that is all for the room. Now I'm going to move you into the closet. I'm not going to go over this a ton. I just want to show you guys what we did to it, because we did install a closet system and I'm so happy with it. It's very crowded because those are all diapers and wipes that we were given, and we just stacked them up in there. We're so thankful to have so many diapers and wipes. But this is the closet system that we went with. Before, we just had one shelf and that was it, and we had nothing else. So this really utilized the space so much better, and we have so much more storage. So quickly, I will run through these with you. In this box up here, I believe we just have extra crib sheets and changing pad sheets there. In this basket, we have all of her little toys and rattles and loveys that were given to her, and she got so many loveys. They all fit in there. This drawer was a little bit smaller than the rest. I can fit a basket in there, and I may end up putting a basket in there, but for the time being, I just sat some of this stuff in there. So in this shelf, we just have a little willow that my mother-in-law gave me for our baby shower, and that was super sweet. We have a pair of Uggs that my sister-in-law gave me, and these were actually my niece's as well. Back here we have the owlet monitor. It's just sitting back here until we open it, because we obviously don't need it right now. And this is so special to me. This was actually given to me by my grandfather. He gave it to me when I was a little girl, and it is made in Italy, and I have looked up the designer, but I forgot their name. But this was so sweet to me. I used to listen to it all the time as a little girl. It plays the Titanic theme song, which is kind of funny to me, but I remember listening to this as a little girl and I loved it. So when we found out we were having a little girl, my mom found it for me, and it is so special to me and will absolutely stay here. In this drawer, we just have her swaddles. These are all of her swaddles that we have, and blankets. I think maybe receiving blankets are in there too. Those are all in here, and I probably need to go through them and organize them a little better. And this down here, we have all of the extra books that did not fit on the bookshelf. I'm not sure if I want to keep them here or if I want to get another little bookshelf, but for the time being, they're fine right here. So this is all of her books. And lastly, down here is the extra diaper genie inserts. And then somebody actually gave me some little pads to put on her changing station. They said that that was a really good tip, so they gave me some, so I just stuck them in here in case we decide to do that as well. And then the rest of this is her clothes. I haven't washed anything yet. I'm going to do that tomorrow, and I'm actually going to film a organizing and nesting and doing all of that, so I'm not going to get too far into all of this, but this is her closet. And again, I'm so happy with how the closet system turned out, and I'm so glad that we decided to do that. And here is one last overview of the nursery. Again, I am so happy with how it turned out, and I cannot wait to bring her in here. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for the nursery tour. Sorry if I sounded out of breath the entire time. I'm almost 37 weeks and I am out of breath all the time. I know I sound miserable, but thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and stay tuned for more nursery videos and organization, and my hospital bag video, which will be after this video. So my next video after this one will be a what is in my hospital bag. So if you are wanting to see that, please hit the subscribe button and I will see you then. Bye guys.